Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. Today marks the point where the corridor has finally collapsed. This is not just a date on the calendar, it is the moment when the wave function of reality has fixed itself for each person within their personal layer. Space has split. The old matrix has gone into entropy and self-destruction, and for those who remained conscious, a clear field has opened. What happened to the density of events? Before, our world was extremely inert. It felt like moving through thick fog. You put in enormous effort, visualized for a long time, took hundreds of actions, and only after months did reality slowly begin to unfold in the desired direction. This happened because of the high density of collective expectation. Billions of people were holding the same rigid, unmoving picture with their attention. Today, that density has burst. Space has become less dense. In quantum physics, this is called a decrease in the resistance coefficient of the medium. Reality stopped being cast iron and became plastic, like clay, the mechanics of instant response. The main sign of this transition is the collapse of ping. Ping is the time delay between your internal signal, a thought, and external confirmation. You notice that now this delay has disappeared. You barely catch a rare phrase or image in your mind, and in the same second, you hear it word for word from a TV speaker or from a random person on the street. You ask yourself an important question and immediately see the answer on a billboard or in the headline of an article you randomly opened. This is not a coincidence. This is a direct dialogue with the quantum field. When ping equals 0, your internal neural network begins to operate on the same frequency as the external rendering of events. The world no longer resists your ideas, it starts to reflect them instantly. Why is this happening to you? Your brain has switched into a high-frequency synchronization mode. Every state you experience is now instantly read by space. If you notice that you are talking with a movie or seeing perfect matches of your thoughts in reality, understand this is a system report that the connection has been established. You are no longer separated from the world by a dense wall of matter. You are at the point where your thought is no longer just an electrical impulse in your head, but a direct command for building the frame. From this moment, reality adjusts to you with every breath. And the fewer doubts you have, the cleaner and faster this mechanism works. In the new reality, your brain is no longer just an organ controlling the body. Now it is a powerful biological transceiver, a device that simultaneously receives and transmits ultra-high-frequency signals into the quantum field. Biology is a transmitter. Every state you experience, whether it is drive, confidence, or deep calm, has a specific electromagnetic signature. Your neurons generate impulses that do not fade inside the skull, but extend into the surrounding space. In a clear field, where the density of external resistance has dropped, these impulses act like search queries. The brain literally scans the quantum field of probabilities and instantly pulls out the events that resonate with your current frequency. That is why focus of attention has now become dozens of times more important than any physical action. Why is attention more important than effort? Before, we were taught that to get results you need to work hard, perform thousands of mechanical actions. But in the current state of space, physical action is only 10% of success. The other 90% is the precision of your resonance. If your attention is scattered, if you are focused on what you don't have or on other people's problems, your transceiver broadcasts lack, and reality, following the laws of physics, instantly renders confirmation of that lack. But the moment you fix your attention on your goal, for example, on the feeling of already having your dream or running your empire, the brain enters a phase synchronization mode. Synchronization with the quantum field. Your neurophysiology now works in connection with quantum entanglement. This means the distance between your thought and an object in the world is 0. The moment you create a clear internal state of, I am already there, your neural networks send a signal that forces the quantum field around you to reorganize. The world begins to bring you the right people, the right phrases, and the right opportunities, not because you worked well there, but because you changed the settings of your transmission. Your brain is the control panel of this hologram. Any small synchronicity you notice, phrases from a movie, signs along the way, is an indicator that your transceiver is tuned correctly. This is a signal from the system. The connection is stable. Keep holding the frequency. Now your main task is not to chase results but to obsessively monitor the purity of your internal signal. Everything else will be built by reality automatically. In quantum physics, there is a phenomenon that overturns our understanding of time and aging: the quantum Zeno effect. Its essence is simple and at the same time remarkable. An unstable particle does not decay while it is continuously observed. In other words, the observer, through attention, is able to freeze the state of a system at one point. How does this work with cells? Aging and wear, from a physics perspective, are the growth of entropy, chaos within the system. When your attention is scattered, when you live on autopilot or in anxiety about the future, your cells are left on their own and exposed to external destructive programs. Entropy increases, and the biological carrier wears out. But the moment you activate conscious observation, you trigger the Zeno effect. By directing your attention inward, toward the feeling of your strength, health, and vitality, you literally lock your cells into that state. You do not allow the wave function to collapse toward decay. Your attention works as a holding field that tells the system, this state is the reference, maintain it. Fixation of youth, a freeze frame mode, this is not self-suggestion, this is biophysics. When you feel your body not as an aging object, but as a dense cluster of energy constantly renewing in real time, you change the algorithm of cell division. In a clear field, your brain is capable of sending signals for regeneration, ignoring old wear-out programs. If you maintain focus on the fact that you are full of energy, that your resource is unlimited, the quantum field adjusts, and the system reads, this user is active, under administrator observation, degradation is not allowed. The same applies to your external assets. The Zeno effect allows you to stabilize not only biology, but also your chain of events. If you constantly observe your success, your home, your opportunities as something stable and already existing, you prevent these probabilities from dissolving or disappearing. Your task now is to stop focusing on your flaws, fatigue, or bugs in your life. Every such observation is a command to the system to decrypt that negative state. Instead, become the observer who sees only the reference standard. Hold the image of perfect health and abundance of resources with your attention. In quantum reality, whatever you observe long and intensely enough becomes your only physical truth. In the clear field that has opened, old methods of visualization are no longer effective. To dream about something in the future is to confirm to the system that you don't have it now. In the new reality where ping equals 0, only real-time layer selection works. Visualization 2.0 is not watching mental movies before sleep. It is administrative work with quantum rendering. When space is plastic, you are not creating reality. You are selecting one of the already existing versions within an infinite field of probabilities. Capture technique. In a clear field, your imagination is the cursor. The moment you focus on the image of your desire or the feeling, the system begins loading that scenario. Error 1.0. I want this to happen. The system renders expectation. Version 2.0. This layer is selected. I am already in it. The system begins synchronization, using system signals one-to-one. Since your internal neural network is now directly connected to the external field, the system constantly provides checkpoints. Those exact phrases from movies you just thought of, or random signs. These are not coincidences. They confirm that your cursor is on the correct layer. If you think about resources and instantly hear words like million or success on the radio, it's a signal. The layer is captured, confirm the selection. At that moment, you must not be surprised, but fix the state with drive. Your emotional confirmation is the OK button in the reality dialog window. Instant rendering from small to large. Start training the system on small things. You noticed reality matched your thought with a phrase from a movie? Thank the system for the fast response. The more often you fix these small collapses, the more computational power the quantum field allocates to your larger tasks. If reality can match a phrase exactly, There is no difference for it to match material objects as well. The complexity of rendering is the same. It is all just information. In a clear field, it is important not to let old programs, fears, and doubts interfere. Any doubt is also a command to render, just with a negative sign. The moment you catch a negative scenario, instantly reset and return to your chosen layer of success. Treat your thoughts as commands in a command line. You see a synchronicity. The system hears you. You feel drive. The layer is loading. You are no longer a dreamer. You are an architect choosing which frame becomes your physical reality in the next second. If you have reached this point and feel resonance with every word, it is not a coincidence. You are here because your internal nastroika matches the system update frequency. Most people remained outside this understanding. They are too busy maintaining their ego, fears, and old programs. Their reality remains heavy and inert. Forget the word fate or circumstances. In quantum reality, you are no longer a character that things happen to. You are the admin who sets the parameters of your layer. Old rules, logic, gradual progress, waiting, no longer work. Freedom today is not the absence of obligations, but the absence of foreign programs in your mind. In a clear field, there are no predefined roads. You create your path in the moment of each step. This may scare those who are used to patterns, but for you it is the highest form of creation. Your suit, your body, is updated by your attention. Your resources are pulled in by your drive. Your goals materialize through your decision, because you stopped being a consumer of someone else's reality and became its creator. You are the one who is not afraid to look into the emptiness of the clear field and see possibilities instead of fear. Your viewer is someone like you, who has passed this quantum filter. You are the ones writing the code of a new era while others are finishing old games. Realize that the corridor is closed, and you are already on the other side. Every desire you have now is a technical assignment for the universe. Start rendering your life from a state of abundance, drive, and absolute certainty. The world is plastic, the rules are erased, the field is clear. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.